It's hard to think that we're already thinking about 2024, but here we are with just a few weeks left in December, and it's a great time to really wrap up your financial planning for the year. And I'm here with Ali Hashemian from Kinetic Financial with some strategies to help start off the new year right. Welcome. Thank you for joining us this morning. And first, we want to talk about reviewing your finances before the start of 2024. What does that mean?
It means really sitting down and kind of breaking everything apart, because it's important for people to really look at their finances. And this time of the year might be a little bit slower when it comes to work. And so it's a great time for people to do that and reevaluate their entire financial future.
And so you have some tips also on what money moves we should consider making in 2024.
Yeah, I would definitely mention that people should create a plan. I can't tell you how many people don't have some sort of plan in place, especially if you're retired or nearing retirement. I ask that question all the time. You know, most people are afraid of running out of money in retirement, but they've done no analysis or haven't put together any kind of plan. Maximizing your retirement savings is another thing that people should be doing. Probably the most important, especially because we're nearing the end of the year, is planning for taxes. So I always say, if you haven't looked at Roth conversions, number one, and number two, if you haven't looked at tax harvesting, those are two of the biggest things that I see people missing, and they can make a huge impact on their future. And then lastly is rebalancing your portfolio and looking at where you can be diversified. You know, it's been a long time since we've seen a market crash, and there's probably one on the horizon sometime in the near future. So this is a good time to make sure that you have all your ducks in order and you've got a diversification strategy in place.
And people like to use the new year as a fresh start. And a lot of people have been living in debt, paycheck to paycheck. But still, even if you don't have a lot of expendable income, are there goals that you can make for 2024?
Absolutely. And that's really why making a plan of some kind is so important. And some people should use a financial advisor or financial planner like myself. Some people want to do it themselves, and that's completely okay. But you really got to attack it. You just can't procrastinate on this kind of stuff.
Okay, we mentioned taxes and contributions to our different funds. What about maximizing our pre-tax retirement contributions? Talk about that.
I think it's important, but don't be short-sighted. A lot of people are looking at how they can maximize their deductions by making those contributions to retirement plans, but I think that they miss that long-sighted view of what's going to happen to taxes. In my opinion, I do believe taxes are probably going to go up due to national debt, budget deficits, and things like that. So if you're just putting all your money away into pre-tax plans, you're kind of creating a ticking time bomb.
And then what about our seniors who are watching? You know, there are required withdrawals that they need to make. What do they need to do with that as we end the year?
Well, those required minimum distributions, one of the things that they can look at is charitable gifting, right? There's something called a QCD, Qualified Charitable Distribution, where that RMD, required minimum distribution, doesn't have to hit your taxes. And a lot of wealthy people especially don't want that money. They, in fact, dread having to take that money because they pay extra taxes. So looking at strategies like a QCD or gifting to your family might be a good way to get around that.
And in closing, if you can only do one thing between now and January 1st to help your financial health, what would it be?
Tax planning. Because remember, most of us look at tax preparation when April or October comes around, but tax planning, a lot of it has to be done before December 31st. So for the viewing audience, I would tell them, make sure that you're talking to somebody when it comes to tax strategy. And your CPA or enrolled agent or your TurboTax online isn't really doing tax planning or tax strategy. That's tax preparation. So you really need to work with somebody to understand all of the different tax efficiencies that are available to you.
All right. Always so much information. Thank you so much, Ali, and thank you for being here. And for more information on Ali and the tips we talked about, just check out our website, KCALnews.com, and click on Seen on TV.